morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 24th of November. Now, if you are new here, my videos are for entertainment purposes, so take from them what you choose. Please consider subscribing if you would like to, but make sure you hit the bell notifications, as sometimes YouTube doesn't feed them to people, as we know. And also hit the like buttons. And please feel free to comment down below. It's beautiful to hear back from you guys. As we come from different parts of the world, we kind of let each other know what's currently going on. And also, it's beautiful for me to get that feedback, guys. So thank you. I appreciate it a lot when you give me feedback on not only my readings, but also my little viewer pulls that I've been doing, pulling the cards for you viewers as well. Thank you for the confirmation of those little readings. Now today I will be doing 2 more viewers. I have been doing 2 viewer card pulls at the end of each video, guys. That's something new I've been doing for the last couple of weeks. And yesterday I did TR Cinnamon and I did Fat Toad. So please go check those out if you haven't seen your video yet. And I've got 2 new ones today. Okay, first off, we're here with our naughty elf who's sitting on the, well, my daughter, I said, is it a leopard or a cougar? What is it? And she goes, no, it's a jaguar. So apparently he's sitting on a jaguar. She's very particular. Oh, and of course there's Sophie and Sprocket. They're both really tired today. It's cloudy and a bit drizzly outside again. So got 2 very tired doggos snoring yet again. Of course they are. You want to say hi to everybody, Soph? She's too tired to even my guitar today. All right, we've got a little bit of admin to cover, guys. First off, I just want to touch on a few things and let you guys know what's kind of going on, not just in Oz, but we've got other things going on around the world. Now, first off, we've got the lovely, yes, he's come up again, the lovely Alan Joyce from Qantas, the airlines, yes, the Flying Kangaroo Airlines that I'm always telling you about, that's making massive, massive profits, but has been stuffing up all the flights for the little people. He's the one that sacked all his staff during the CV events. Well, he made millions and millions of dollars when he was the CEO. He's actually retired now. And then he got a $21 million, I think it was, pay bonus when he left, which was a few months ago. There's someone new in his position now. But they've had this inquiry into, you know, they were going to give just the little people like credit flying points for losing luggage, having cancelled flights, booking people on flights that weren't even due to fly out. They did that as well. And now that it's not corruption and just taking money from people, I don't know what is. But no, we're not sort of talking about that anymore, because now they've come out yesterday and said they're going to give Alan Joyce another 6.1 million. Oh, because he did such a great job. Let's give him a little bit more. What on earth is happening here? Are we seeing something, a completely different thing? Because how's Elbow not stepping in and doing something about this and trying to get that 6.1 million maybe to the little people whose hard-earned dollars have been spent on plane fares? And yet they even had deadlines on the credits as well. I think they've allowed them to not have a deadline now, but they even had deadlines. If you didn't use it, it was gone. So the little people lose again. And Alan Joyce is getting offered another 6.1 million. Oh, that'd be nice for his little pocket. And I'm sure he's still got shares in Qantas as well. Remember I told you he sold all his shares, got 15 million for that, I think. And it just goes on and on. So that's where we're at. He's getting another little payout. Isn't that nice for him in his retirement? Unreal. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Oh, and the other thing I heard, yes, on the news today, you know, the clown show news that we watch as a comedy show. The WHO, yes, the WHO has come out and they're questioning China. Oh, yes, there's a lot of questions around China. We won't talk too much about it because we know panda. It's a very delicate subject. We call it panda here because, you know, we don't want to repeat the C word too often with the algorithms. Apparently there's a terrible, horrific respiratory disease going around in children now that's ending up as pneumonia. And the WHO is really looking into it because they're trying to protect the rest of the world after what happened last time. Yes, with the mortal CV virus that's still spreading. Well, the WHO's stepping in and starting to ask Panta a lot of questions. What's really going on with this terrible respiratory virus in children? So be warned, guys. I'm guessing it's coming to a country near you pretty soon. If we know the WHO is involved, could be a little bit of, just perhaps a little bit of locking down borders, I'm thinking. Guys, yes, we're still laughing at the Trudeau car explosion at the border of America and Canada. It seems like we're being fed a lot of dodgy stories. Was it terrorism? Was it a leaky car? We don't really know because no one ever tells us the truth. And of course, I did notice the vision's very grainy and everything's just a little bit fishy around that story. So that's still to be continued. We're still finding more out about that. The other thing is, guys, yes, we've got school kids marching again. I think they marched yesterday, maybe in Melbourne, but this is protest for Palestine. They're marching today. So kids are just able to have days off school to go marching. And it's just allowed. They're allowed to just do it. Maybe we get all the kids to march, guys, against the agenda. And then they'll let them do it. So they're doing their little marches as well. So this is growing in popularity, probably globally because it's happening in Australia. The other thing is, guys, we've been talking about, I was talking about Ireland and protests, remember, weeks ago, and that these could get a little bit violent. Well, apparently in Dublin, it's on. There's protests happening in Dublin. Go check it out. I'll try and leave a video to we know it's happening in Spain, and I'll try and leave a video to my Facebook page, Chrissy Fitzgerald, Psychic Life Coach, because there's protests in Dublin, and I reckon they're probably about the cost of living and their life going down the toilet. I didn't see what they're about, but I don't think we have to look very far to know what's going on. Because people don't want to live in a dictatorship. Now, the other thing that I thought was quite interesting today, guys, and I was going to tell you about this, Jen. This morning on the Today Show, you know how they have the Today Shows. I mean, we know they lie, but I don't think they were lying about this. I think they were planting seeds in people. Carl Stefanovic here on the Today Show was talking about how the banks are now spying on us. Oh, yes, as if we didn't know that has been happening for quite some time now. You only have to look at your statements when they come up on your phone. It tells you everywhere you've been, what you spent on shopping, what you've spent on this, what you spent on petrol, what you spent on. They break it down for you into a lovely little budget. Well, apparently they are starting to watch people's spending habits now. Yep, this is happening in Australia. Yes, the Elbow government's obviously allowing the banks to do this, and they're starting to observe who's paying what bills and what cards they're paying them with and who's late on paying what, and they're starting to see what's going on with your patterning, which does to me personally sound a little bit like credit scoring, doesn't it? Sounds a little bit like that, but they're saying no, the banks are just keeping an eye on everybody because they want to see who's possibly going to default with their home loans, because obviously they're rubbing their little hands together and waiting in the background, doing all their little bit of research online to check who's falling behind with their credit and who's going to be late paying bills and who's falling, who's and it's even saying they're checking where you're spending your money, like what changes you've made. It does sound a little bit like we're being very spied on. And they're looking only just to see who's going to default on their loan so they can be prepared. Now, why the bank would even have to know that information for starters is a joke, isn't it? So I'm guessing they're sort of practicing their little bit of control and, credit scoring everybody. And so go and have a look at your phone and have a look what's on there. I think it's starting to become pretty obvious where all this is heading, isn't it, guys? There's not much they don't know about us, but we've known this for years and years and years. So cash is definitely looking much more appealing, isn't it, guys? So that is actually officially happening, apparently, in Australia. And that's pretty scary, guys, because that's the one thing we didn't want. They're observing who's getting behind the 8 ball now and who's, well, like I keep saying, who's on Struggle Street? Who's living on Struggle Street? Well, I tell you what, the banks are knowing that now in Australia, and I'm sure this is happening globally as well. So that's pretty scary. Dystopian nightmare begins, doesn't it? Well, that's been happening for a while now, guys. All right, enough of that. I thought that was very interesting that it is actually happening here in Australia. Rolling it out, elbows rolling it out. Oh, that was the other thing I just wanted to talk to you guys about. Sorry, there's a bit of admin today. You know what was really brilliant? This little video popped up on my feed this morning, and it was about Steve Irwin and his family and how they have this huge, it's like a sanctuary, like a big, giant preservation park for, it's in Queensland, and he bought this land yonks ago to protect the crocodiles and like the wildlife and all this kind of thing. Anyway, his family's really fought for this land as well to keep it, because Steve Irwin owned it. And apparently, well, on this video, it was saying that China, they had a mining company. They've been fighting with this mining company for like 6 years, because apparently on this reserve, this nature reserve, wildlife reserve really, there's this mineral bauxite, and it's used for aluminium, and China wants to get its hands on it. So I thought this was really interesting, guys, because we know China's trying to get their little mitts into Australia. And what is Elbow up to over there? We do have a lot of questions. And what was Dictator Dan doing as well when he used to make his little visits to China? So this mineral mining expert that was interviewed said that China did want this mining to happen. It would have wiped all the wildlife out. Anyway, I think the little people have had a win. They've actually fought to keep it. The Irwins. I know you guys all love Steve Irwin and the Bindi and Bob and Terry and all that. It was just a great story, because I just wanted to share that with you, because it's like a win for the little people. That these big, dominant, powerful mining companies and, you know, Panda and all that think they can just come in and just stomp all over little people and animals and wildlife and nature and just destroy everything. But it didn't happen. It got fought in court. So I just wanted to let you guys know that the Irwins had a win, apparently. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Oh, they're just so funny. Bob Irwin's so funny. He's just like his dad, Steve. It's just beautiful. So it just shows you that we know that pandas after a lot of resources in Australia was really the point I was trying to make. And maybe, you know, we don't know what Elbow's up to. So, you know, fingers that Panda doesn't get their little mitts in. So at least the High Court sort of ruled against the mining companies. It was so good. Anyway, I just got excited because we know they're after resources and trading and getting control and things like that. Hey guys, this is my little necklace I got. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. I'll show you. It's like a little tree, I guess you could say. And it opens up. It's a little locket. Look, I'll show you. And I put a little protective stone in it. Look. I think it's pyrite. It's a protection stone. So I've put it on myself, trying to heal myself from all the dark energies. So maybe think about that, guys, too. All right. Okay, that's it. Let's get straight into the reading. Sorry, guys, a lot of admin today. Cheers, everybody. I've got my cup of tea. Oh, no, I've got one more thing to tell you. I forgot. Sorry, guys. We will get to the reading. My hubby was telling me this morning, this really good mate of his, who was a jibber jabber. Yes, a jibber jabber, who couldn't see the picture in the very first 4 years, said to him yesterday, I'm starting to see all this now, mate. How did you see this in the beginning? How did you know about this? He was asking my hubby how he saw it and how he knew it. And, I mean, what do you say? It's like, I don't know. I just had this gut feeling. I just sensed it. So my hubby had to explain to him how he knew, because now he's waking up. And he was a jibber jabber. He couldn't see it. He could not see it, and now he's seeing it. So my hubby was just so excited to hear from anyone who's waking up. So it is happening, guys. I'm sure you guys are hearing people too. And just say a few little words. Just be humble. We don't have to go, yeah, you finally woke up. That's what we want to do, but we can't do that. We've got to go, oh, yeah, we just sort of sensed it. So it's happening, guys. Yay. All right, now we'll get into the reading. God. I'm getting Belgium. I'm getting France. I'm getting fight backs. I can't see Macron letting that happen in France. But see, he's so strict on his borders and that at the moment. But I am getting that. See, people would love to upset the apple cart in France. The thing is, all these people who went through these protests in France, when we know they were huge and they were volatile, it's still simmering in them. See, they're still harbouring that anger and resentment against Macron. So I do feel they would love to do anything to disrupt his little plans, like the whole Olympic plans. They would love to turn people off going. Like people would love the rest of the world to know the true Macron. That's what I'm getting. People would love him to be exposed for the real monster tyrant dictator that he is. So don't be surprised if something happens in France. I still wouldn't be surprised at all actually. Because if you've got enough people, they can upset the apple cart and tip everything over so all the apples just fall on the road. And poor old Macron would have a very bruised ego. And some very bruised apples, but a very bruised ego is what I'm getting. I've got to open the window. Sorry, guys, I forget to do these things before I start sometimes. Okay. I'm getting France is bleeding itself dry. They're showing me like France bleeding. It's like blood. It's showing me blood coming out of France. Like Macron's got blood on his hands. That's what I'm seeing. But this could be about finances too. And it could also be about destroying people's lives. Macron's got blood on his hands. Oh, this is bad, isn't it? He's very forceful. He is a tyrant. He is a dictator. He is a tyrant. And he's got blood on his hands. He's destroying people's lives. See, I feel like perhaps what's been hidden in France is there may have been a lot of suicides. There might be continuously a lot of suicides because of the cost of living and the, tight restrictions. We know how it goes. I do feel like he's got a lot of blood on his hands. He will never acknowledge it, but a lot of the deaths, this could even be things like we're going through with the ambulance, hospital situations, the ramping, people not getting the help they need. I feel like this is a big rising issue in France, and people are blaming Macron for it, which is good. It's good. He is to be blamed for it. I'm just getting that. France is bleeding. And I would say not just bleeding and deaths of people like suicidal or heart attacks, etc. I feel like it's financially bleeding. It's bleeding itself dry. Can you imagine what he's spending on this Olympics? Insane amounts of money. Money they don't have. Money, it's saying money that's borrowed. Money that's borrowed and like, I guess you could say promised to other countries with their resources and trading. It's like credit is what I'm getting. Like having a credit card. Like Macron's got a credit card. And then he's able to prop his country up using his credit card sort of thing with the rest of the world, the other countries. But he is bleeding the country dry financially. He's just spending. See, they all think someone's going to come and step in and save him. That's just what I'm getting. They think they're going to be fine. And the sad thing is, it's like I said yesterday, yes, they are going to be fine because they get their payout when they bloody retire or whatever, and they just move away and just move on, and they get, look at Alan Joyce, the Qantas Airlines, they get their big payouts and they're gone. How many of these bloody prime ministers and premiers and that have taken their payout and gone? And all the little people are left with the debt and the increase in rates and the cost of living to pay off the bloody debts of the government. Look at the, example, the picky wheel. Well, we know that left a lot of debt and all the PCR equipment and all the nasal swab events and the, masks and capes. And that was quite an expensive event for a couple of years, wasn't it, for most countries, which put them into giant debt. So, it really only affects the little people, peasants and Lego people, of course, never the global elites and ones in charge and in power. Not their problem. See, they go, not our problem. We've just got to implement things. That's our job. That's how they think. And see, in their minds, this is how narcissistic and they're just horrible, aren't they? They just think, well, it's up to the little people to just make sacrifices now. If if you want to pay your bills, then you just have to sacrifice and do without something. That's how they view us. They look down at us and they talk to us like that. See, that's what Macron would think. Well, you just have to do without. If you can't afford to do that, like go on holidays to a tropical island, like we were talking about yesterday, well, you just can't do it. That's as simple as that. It's just the way the economy is. But you know what? You know what makes me so mad? You know what makes me so mad is these stupid Black Friday sales. Like, I know, great, get a bargain. Are they really? I don't think so, because we know they mark everything up. Oh, and then they put the yellow ticket on or whatever and bring it down. It's the biggest scam ever out. We never used to have them in Australia. It's a new thing here. It's only been happening in the last couple of years. I never knew what it was. I didn't even know what I thought it was literally like Friday the 13th sale or something. I didn't even know what it was. But now it's like getting crazy, and people are going to, what are people going to spend it on? Like, people don't have money for this. So that one minute they don't want you spending, and then the next minute they want you spending. It's very mixed messages, isn't it? Very mixed messages. I don't get it. Anyway, that's just me. I always say that to you, John, don't I? I get very muddled up with this whole getting control of the economy. And our Reserve Bank of Australia woman here, I can't even think of her name. That's how much impact she has on me. She keeps talking about how the interest rate rises are going to continue to go up in Australia. Unfortunately, I do have to get control of the economy. She keeps saying it's a very important job that I have, full of their own importance. They were saying on the news that people have been writing her personal letters about their desperation. Could she stop putting interest rate rises up? I'm not guessing that she's even reading any of them. She's probably just bidding them and staying on her agenda. We know what they're like. This is globally too, not just here in Oz. Oh, sorry about Sprocket snoring. He's still loud. Anyway, I know you guys are very tolerant of my doggos. I'm getting for us, we can climb any mountain that we choose, because we're always these like mountain climbers who like to see things from above. We like to have the 360-degree view. Oh, hi, Soph. Hi, sweetheart. You all right? Oh, she's tired. Nah, turn her back on us. The 360-degree. And it's saying we can climb anything. We can climb like Mount Kosciuszko, Mount Kilimanjaro. Can't think of any other mountains. Just any mountains. We can climb any mountain. And we can see. We can see everything. I'm still getting that 360-degree view. We've got to keep climbing mountains. I think I was talking about the Himalayas or something the other day, wasn't I? Where we get over one mountain and there's more mountains and then another mountain and another mountain. We keep going. We don't just stop at one mountain. We can climb any mountain because we're very adaptable. It's like we know how to deal with it. See, I was saying that yesterday in our little boat going down the water. We're able to adapt to any situation. See, we can adapt to altitude. We can adapt to all the weather conditions. Like, this is what I'm saying about. This isn't literally. This is just us adapting to the situations that come along that we're faced with in life. That's why we're able to climb these mountains, because we can kind of deal with a lot of things without being greatly affected by it. I think once upon a time before our awakening, we did get very affected by a lot of things, especially a lot of people's energy and situations. We used to feel a lot of injustice and this kind of thing. But I feel like now, well, particularly I know my hubby mentions it a lot, the picky wheel. It felt very unfair. And I think we're not the only ones who've been through these things. We know a lot of that. You could think about the Black Lives Matters, the Jews, all these kind of situations. They've felt that too. So maybe a lot of people experience this at some stage in their life, like their hurdles you have to overcome. So we have to keep climbing mountains. There's no mountain we can't climb. guys. And the guys are saying, don't let the fear rise up. Don't let the fear rise up. Remain stable, remain calm. And this could be like to do with, like I said yesterday, the variants. Oh, we know the new, chest infection that's coming out and affecting children in Panda, Just I always get that song, Don't Panic by Coldplay. Just don't panic. Just keep climbing mountains. Keep achieving your goals. This is about your goals, what you're achieving, how you're growing, how you're expanding, how you're wanting to see your life. This is what it's about. It's about us. I'm getting that song again by Neil Diamond. I am a tried to no one else. And I got that song the other day. I am. Isn't it I am? And was it you, Catherine, said I am is our, what was it, our soul or something like that? I am, oh, God, I've gone blank. The snoring's a bit distracting. Oh, spooky. Oh, God bless. Look at him. Can you see him, guys? There he is. So I'm getting that song, I am. And I am is like, they're showing me it's like being proud of who you are. I am me. Like, I am me. I'm not what other people say I am. I'm not a flat earth tin hat wearing conspiracy theorist. I'm me. I am my pride. Is that the words in that song? I am my pride. Or, I don't know, but it's a great song. Let's go listen to that. Boy, I'm sure it's Neil Diamond. Oh, my God. Oh, yes, the green grass for home the other day was Tom Jones. You're right, guys. I get him and Engelbert Humperdinck muddled up sometimes. So I'm getting that song, I am. Focus on I am, on who you are. Not who we're labelled as is what we're saying. Because that's not who we are. They're just labels that are given to us, but it's not who we are. We know we're not who we are. Just keep climbing your mountains. I'm getting there's a lot of destructive energy coming our way, meaning the little people and peasants. I feel like these governments are trying to get really destructive now. They really want to rip people down to nothing. We know they are. We know that's what they're doing. But it's like, to me, I'm getting the visual of them trying to push like a round peg into a square hole. It's not fitting. People don't want it. So people are resisting it. Not us. They don't even try and push us into any square hole because we're not going to fit. But the people waking up, they're really trying to get these people to just comply again and conform and do what they want them to do. But it's not working because the people are putting up resistance now. They're resisting. Look at Spain. Big stand backs. Big stand up and fight backs. Look at the Netherlands farmers, what they did. Huge. These things are huge. Ottawa, everywhere. People don't want it. But the government's still forcing. They're trying to force people to comply. But the old mass psychosis isn't being used. I wonder why they don't use the mass psychosis more. Maybe it doesn't work more than once. Because it definitely worked during the first stages of the rollout, as we know here. So they're trying to force people. And it's like anything. Whenever you try and force someone to do something, it's like if you've got employees or whatever, and you're trying to ask them to do something, you've got to ask them nicely and in a kindly way. Whereas if you force someone to do something, you usually don't get a great result out of them. Like you say, you have to do this, whereas if you ask really pleasantly, you get a much better response. Mind you, it doesn't always work, but this is what I'm getting government. They're trying to force people, and whenever you force people, people get their back up and they go, I don't think I want to be forced. I don't think I want to be controlled. I don't think I want this in my life, a cashless society. And this is what's happening. There's a lot of resistance from the little people. The old round peg ain't fitting in the square hole for the poor old government. Aww. It's just, the puzzle ain't working out so well for them. It's like a real teaser for these government elites. That's what I'm getting. It's like one of those puzzle teasers, those ones that are really hard to work out. Like, how do we get the people to comply? How do we get this puzzle, to go to plan? How do we make this work? They're battling with it. They are. That's why it's not going so smoothly. I feel like India's getting a bit of relief from the viruses at the moment. They're having a bit of a lull period, a bit of a break. I don't think they would really have winter, but I suppose you could call it their winter, maybe. Or summer, I don't know. But I'm getting they're having a little lull in these viruses. See, it swept through, but I feel like now they're having a little bit of reprieve. See, Modi's focused on other things now. I don't know what to make of Modi. I don't trust him at all. And it's saying he's dodgy as they come, the guides are saying. India's in a bad way, though. I'm getting India's in a world of hurt. See, all I'm seeing in India is the governing bodies taking all the money from the little people and peasants and the Lego people in India. The government's taking all the money. They're taking the money. Give us the money, little people, and we'll take care of you. It's almost like, oh, they've almost created the Hunger Games literally there. It's almost like, well, if you work for the government, then we will give you consistent food and utilities, and you will have everything at the same price. I feel like they're starting to offer these, well, I guess you could call them packages in India, but it's like a safety net. Well, if you can't afford to live and all that, we're willing to do this for you, but if you come and work for us, or you, there's these, well, they're packages. There's no hiding it. And then you'll have consistent food, you'll have consistent accommodation, you'll have consistent healthy water, this kind of thing. But you're going to have to work for government, like in government workplaces. And then you get locked into like a contract. I'm getting that for India. There might be more of that starting to happen now in India. That's just what I'm feeling. As people are getting desperate over there. God, the cost of living's affecting everybody. I'd love to know what their systems are over there, because if you think of India, and this is how I see it, as like just utterly chaotic. I know it's not. There's parts that wouldn't be, but you think of chaos and you think, do they even pay rates? Like how, our lives are fairly structured, aren't they, guys? Most of us here. And you do wonder how their systems work. Like, do they all come together and create food, or how does their money systems work? There's a lot of things in India that I question. Maybe they are quite dependent on their government anyway in India. And Modi knows that, see? And the people, I think, in India are getting tired from all this, because their future's looking pretty grim. Food's getting scarce, healthy drinking water's getting scarce. What do? You'll get desperate to feed your family and everything. So you're going to, sadly, look to government for answers, which is the promises, the packages. Sad. All right, guys, how about we pull some cards today? I'll pull a couple for us, guys. Let's pull a Gaia Oracle. We haven't had these for a while. Hopefully we won't get any nude ones, because then I have to cover them up. Oh, I've got a Adoring Virtue in here. Hang on, guys. You know me. Cards all over the place. Eternal Dance. Well, I can cover it up. Oh, Louise, we wish we could eternally dance, don't we? But I think this is the eternal dance of life. What's it say? Movement, will of life, path of least resistance. Hey, guys, speaking of, I saw my windmill the other day. I saw 2. I don't know if anyone's manifested that, but I actually did, which is movement. I think of them when I think of movement. They pump water up, don't they, on the farms? Eternal dance. I guess that's just keep moving. Movement, will of life, path of least resistance, which is flow. Again, flow, path of least resistance. We don't want the resistance in our bodies, guys. It's very unhealthy, as a lot of us here know. It's very uncomfortable. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Look at all the light in that, and the DNA structure, the rainbow. Nothing but positivity and good feelings, good uplifted spirit. Happiness, harmony, fulfillment. All three of those. Happiness, harmony, fulfillment. Keep doing all three. Make sure you keep yourself fulfilled, guys. Don't let the fuel run out in your tank. It's very important. Can't show that one's nudie one, guys. I'll get in trouble. Evolution. Earth changes, climate change, transformation. Oh, we do have to laugh. Evolution, but everything is constantly changing. And even climate change, when you think of climate change over the years, it does change. Of course it does. You know, we have the ice ages. We have all these different things. Earth changes. We've got I talk about the tremors, the earthquakes, the volcanic situations going on, and things are transforming. Not only are people and perhaps animals, see maybe even Sprocket, a few of us have talked about that with Sprocket. Maybe he's felt a lot of that kind of energy too. Animals are quite sensitive as well, not just humans, but the earth is shifting as well. There's big changes going on, guys. Let's pull a healing angel card for us. And then I'll do my viewer reads, guys. We'll see what we get. Oh, hang on. Got cards backwards and twisted around. Oh, my God. Let's see if any... Oh, it can't be again. We keep getting this fear. Archangel Michael, I'm here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and I allow it to dissolve your fear. Yeah. See, we talk about these as aches, pains and ailments, but I really believe they're fragments of fear. Subconsciously that we've either picked up along our way or that's been embedded in our subconscious mind. We have to keep dissolving them. And I know sometimes that feels like a bit of hard work, which it can be, to get rid of these old memories and things out of our mind, but just keep doing whatever works, guys. It's not easy to remove subconscious thoughts because we're not conscious of them. We're not aware of them. So they just sort of rise up in our bodies and we wonder what's going on. But I do feel, and I've always said it, it's a little bit about fear. And we also put it together with a bit of frustration too. I think we've had a lot of frustration over the last few years, haven't we, guys? Okay. My first view I'm going to be reading today is at Christy 8656. Hi, Christy. How are you? You've been with me for quite a while, Christy. I'm going to pull you an Angel Answers card. Let's see what we get. Remember, guys, a lot of these readings can, you know, also help you guys as well, because we all get tips and tricks off each other, don't we, guys, and how to grow and move forward within the next few weeks. I feel like you're skipping something, Christy. You're putting something off. You're skipping something. It's like you're avoiding something. It's like you had something planned and then you're umming and ahhing and you're putting it off. It's like you can't be stuffed. You can't be bothered. Like, do I really want to waste my time? That's the energy I'm getting. And the guides are saying, like, you might have had plans and then you'd keep umming and ahhing. Do you cancel it? Do you change it? And the guides are saying, well, listen to your body. Like, why is it telling you to do that? Like, really go inside and start asking yourself, Christy, do I really want to do this? Should I do this? Is this a waste of my energy? Do I really want to exchange? Well, it's saying gifts with these people, which could be energy as well, or time, your own time, you know. Is it a waste of time? I feel like you're in two minds what to do about it. And that's what I'm feeling. I feel like you might have had something planned in the next 2 weeks and you really just can't be stuffed. You're not interested anymore. And that's okay. That's what the guides are saying. Listen to what your body's telling you. And it could even be like that you're far right and they're far left. So it's like, well, where do you meet in the middle? Like, it might be worrying you or troubling you. You feel like you're being dishonest to yourself because you don't want to get dragged to the other side because you've come so far and you're feeling so strong. So I am getting that for you. There's a lot of doubt. There's doubt that you've got the strength to navigate it is kind of what I'm getting. But you do have the strength. You do have the strength. But you've also got the knowing that it can be a waste of time and energy. Like it's like a relentless task that you don't want to keep repeating this cycle. That's what I'm getting, Christy. You don't want this cycle to repeat itself. And I am getting that song by Split Enz. Is it? His story never repeats. I tell myself before I go to sleep. But history doesn't repeat if you stop it. It's like anything. There's a little saying. Oh, I can't think of it now. It's just gone out of my mind. But I am getting that for you. I think you don't want history to repeat. So you're cautious. You're accepting what's happened. You're accepting the truth. But you also, see, I'm getting that crown of honor. You want to honor yourself. You want to honor yourself, your integrity, and how far you've come. You've got true strength as a human being, and you know that. And I think, to be honest, you're a little bit scared of going backwards. That's what I'm getting. So what you've got to do, I'm just going to pull another card for you, Christy. You've got to listen to this. See, this is your gut telling you. Ask for guidance. There you go. Ask your angels. Ask for guidance with this. Ask for what you hear, what you should do. Ask for a sign. Look for a sign. Get a clear message about what you should do. If you're in two minds as to what to do around certain situations, just ask for that guidance. Say, just sit in your quiet space and ask, what should I do? Because you've got a couple of weeks. I feel like you've got a couple of weeks, but you're undecided. You're umming and ahhing, and you can't, it feels like you can't seem to make a final decision. I'm going to pull a soul expression card for you, Christy. The guides to me are kind of saying, well, is it a hard decision? Probably not. They're showing me you with your crown of honor on your head. Inner beauty. I see the inner beauty within myself and others. We are all divinely perfect. See, I think you're a very non-judging person. I think you accept people. I'm getting that Billy Joel song again. I love you just the way you are. See, I think you accept people just the way they are. But I think there's people around you that don't accept just the way you are. Like, some people might be quite judging of you, because you might be spiritual or you might be different. You might say things differently that people find a little strange and weird. And you sense that, so you pick it up. But you don't want to not be yourself. I feel like you're at a point where you really want to be yourself. I'm going to pull one more. Release. I lovingly allow the old to release, making room for the new to arrive. I surrender. Yeah. I think that's what the guys are trying to say to you. You know, it's okay to let go and have respect in yourself, Christy. It's not selfish to want to have a better life and a happier life. That's not selfish. That's a strong character trait. I feel like you could deal with any situations though. Like, don't go into things fearful. I feel like you can handle yourself really well, Christy. You're a pilot of a plane. Like, you're like a pilot in a plane flying along. You're really in charge of your life. You know, they're showing me you're not the air hostess or the steward in the back of the plane or a passenger. You're the pilot. You steer your life really well. It's saying you're very intelligent and you can juggle a lot of things at once. I feel like, Christy, you can juggle things a lot. It's like showing me you in a plane with a hat on, and you can turn all the switches, you can use the handles, you know what you're doing. You can put that, what is it? You're watching the compass, the levitation of the plane. You've got all this stuff in front of you. And to most people, that would be a shambles, but to you, it isn't. You're a very good juggler of lots and lots of things. And you're very good at flying your plane. You like to be in charge. And it's not that you like to be in charge in a selfish, sort of egotistical way. You just are that person. You can navigate a lot of things very easily, even in chaotic situations, I feel like. Like you're the one person, Christy, if there was like an emergency, you would be the person we'd all want flying our plane. Put it that way. You have this cool, calm, collective nature that you can just, it's all good. I've got it. You just go like that. Oh, I've got it. And you just bring the plane into land, even if the wheels weren't working or something, or the wheels didn't come down. That's you, Christy. You put people's mind at ease. You have a beautiful knack and a way of calming other people's minds. So I think what the guides are trying to say to you is do what's right for you. Do what's right for you. Not what's going to suit others or gonna, they're showing me putting things in a picture frame and making it all look wonderful, you know, on Facebook for 5 minutes. Is that going to make you happy? You know, that's what the guides are saying. Don't do what doesn't make you happy. You're the pilot. Make the right decisions, you know. You're very good at making them. That's just what I'm getting. Like, don't fall for people's garbage. And they're going like Facebook, smashbook. A photo doesn't define you. I mean, it's all well and good to have this persona that everything's fine and wonderful. But if it really isn't, then it really isn't. So why make it be real when it isn't real, it's fake? Oh, I hope that makes sense to you. They're showing me photos in a picture frame of like a group of either friends or family, probably friends, and I'm just seeing this picture, but it's, even though it looks real, it's fake. It's fake. And it's almost showing me like you're like just a prop in this photo. You're just like a prop. But the thing is, these people perhaps make you feel like a prop, like you're just there to keep up the numbers, or you're just there as an extra, but you're not the extra. I'm seeing another picture frame over here, and you're the pilot in your pilot outfit, and you're on your own near a plane. You're a pilot. You're a very strong individual, Christy, and I want you to know it. So you've got a few things to weigh up in the next few weeks, Christy, what your choices are going to be. Very interesting. Little bit of food for thought. The next person I'm going to read is Christine Lapointe, 3186. Oh, there's a lot of us Chrissies, isn't there, around? This is Christine Lapointe. I'm going to read you an Angel Answers card first. Let's do that first. Where did I put them? Here they are. Hiding. A lot of nude ones. I can't get the nude ones. Oh, no, that's not them. Where did I put them? Sorry. I've lost the cards. Oh, here they are. Oh, my God. Don't worry about me. It's Friday here. No wonder I'm losing it. Be assertive. Oh, you got one stuck behind it as well. Be assertive. Be strong. You're very forthright. I feel like you are pretty assertive anyway. I feel like you have your say. You don't get downtrodden easily by other people. You have a real knowing where you're heading, where you're going, where your path is. And I feel like you're not an invasive person into other people's lives. But you will say, oh, it's raining again outside. But you will say what you think. Without being a Karen. You're not a Karen. Improving health. I feel like you're getting stronger by the day. Your health is improving. It's like, see the goblet there? We've got the DNA structure. I feel like it's almost saying medicine does help you. So they're kind of saying, you know, if you need to take a painkiller, take a painkiller. And when you don't need it, don't bother. I feel like your health is improving. You could be suffering like a lot of us are at the moment. It's a real struggle, isn't it? Christine, hang on. I feel like you're really discovering nature. I'm getting nature. You're really discovering that nature is a really good medicine. It's showing me like a heap of leaves like in that goblet. You're realizing that just sitting on a rock, sitting by a babbling brook, You're realizing that smelling fresh cut grass, that these are the things that nourish you inside. You're starting to really get a handle on that. And it might even be that you love, I don't know where you live, Christine, but they're showing me like squirrels chewing on a nut or something like that. I'm getting that kind of image where it's just a beautiful little moment with animals that you might be sitting and observing. Could be anything, but I am getting that it feels like you're discovering there's beauty around you en masse, and it's like medicine to you. That's what I'm getting, Christine. It's like medicine. It's very, very healing for you. Very, very healing. Let's pull you a soul expression card. Awareness. Sorry, Christine. I lovingly allow my awareness to open. I surrender. I clear, my vibration raises, and my awareness grows. Yeah, awareness is a huge one. See, that's what I feel has happened with you. See, and that's what the awakening is. Suddenly you become aware of your surroundings, things you might not have never seen before or really enjoyed or felt. Perhaps with you, it's about really feeling now. You're feeling, for example, say the squirrel eating a nut. Could be anything. You're feeling the joy in that squirrel. You're feeling more from your environment now than you ever have before in your whole life. I feel like you're really opening up to the beauty and the wonder, and it really recharges your batteries. I'm going to pull one more of these, Christine. I feel like it almost overwhelms you emotionally. You could almost cry. You just love the beauty in things now. Good on you for discovering the beauty in the magic of life. It's wonderful. Breathe. I breathe in love. I breathe out love. I breathe properly, allowing breath to lovingly nourish my body. Yeah. And I am getting that there's a bit of tightness in your chest. You restrict your breathing for some reason. I think you don't know how to calm your breath. I think that's something that you probably need to work on. I am getting like blockages maybe in your sinuses, snuffliness. It could be like that little bit of, well, like I get that sneezing with the hay fever, but I feel there's a little bit of random like sinus. Like you could put a bit of menthol or Vicks or something like that on your nose to just help you breathe. And perhaps even the guides are saying stimulate your senses. You need to focus on stimulating your nasal senses. I feel like your nasal senses are neglected for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that. They're showing me you going around the garden and actually smelling things, breaking like a leaf and smelling like a eucalyptus tree leaf, for example, or a mint leaf, breaking that herb, growing some herbs. You know, I feel like you need a stimulation of the nasal senses. You know, you could also do this by burning a candle. Have you got a favorite fragrance, like roses? Like walk past someone's house and smell the roses, you know, literally. You could burn a rose candle. I'm just getting these lemons. I'm getting lemons. Wow. I really feel, it won't be long so, I really feel like your senses need to be opened up. Because the minute see what's happening is you're becoming more heightened, and that's what the awakening is. It's the awakening of our senses. But I feel like maybe your most important sense is your smell. You know, perfumes. You might be one of those people that really notice when someone smells really good. Like, see out here, we've got the rain. I love the smell of rain. That's something that I really love. So I feel like start to focus on your nasal senses, Christine. It's really important to how you feel. I feel it has an effect on your breathing. It affects how you feel. It opens you up. See, some of us love music. Some of us love all different things. We love visually looking at things. Some people like walking along the beach. We all get stimulated by different things, but I do feel like yours is your senses. Like I love when I burn like a log fire candle or vanilla candle or something like that. Or we all love that smell of the aroma of brewing coffee. Like what could be better than that? We all love that on this channel, don't we? But that's what I'm saying to you, Christine. Focus on your nasal senses. It's crucial. It's a crucial part. It feels like that's the bit that's missing. That's the piece that's missing in your awakening. Smell. It's crucial to how you feel. And this could even come from your childhood too. There could be memory smells that you really love. Could be baking cake, baking scones, so many things. But get back to it. Get the smells back in your life. It's important. It's really important to your health moving forward, because that's what stimulates your sense of smell is your strength. It's your main one that helps you to not feel anxious. I hope that makes sense, Christine. That's an unusual one, isn't it? But, we are all opening up, aren't we, guys, nonetheless? All right, I'll see if there's anything else to close with today, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, I'm getting that song by Sting. And is it The Police? Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Don't tell me they're doing the social distancing again. God, I hope not. Couldn't bear it. I'm getting that song. Hang on a minute. Oh, I'm getting this old song. Try to understand. He's a magic man. Don't know who sings it. Don't know much of the words in the song, but I do know the song. Lonely days and lonely nights. Da 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 da. Oh, we get some old music on here, don't we, guys? Hang on a minute. I'm getting that theme song from Friends. We know Matthew Perry, died recently. I'm getting the theme song from that, Friends. Dun, 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 dun. No one told me things were gonna be this way. No, I don't. Maybe we need to go listen to the words of that song today. I've never really listened to the songs in that. Always stuck in second gear. But it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. I'll be there for you. It's cute, isn't it? Actually, it is a cute song. I think we're all there for each other, aren't we, guys? So I do appreciate you guys being there for me as well. So I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll say goodbye from the doggos. Sophie's asleep under my chair, and Sprocket's not going anywhere by the look of that. Well, you can hear the tail banging the wall. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll come on tomorrow and I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll come on tomorrow. My daughter and I are going down to watch the buskers in town here. We've got a big busking championship or something going on. So I'm going to head down and have a little sticky beak at all of that with her and have a bit of a day out. As my hubby's gone to the supercar races, the V8s in Adelaide for 4 days. So bit of a lazy weekend this weekend, guys. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.